So, as we said at the start of the show, massive game for the Pels. If you are in any way a Pelicans fan, even a tangential one, if you have the slightest inkling of love for this Pelicans team, then you need to watch tonight. And maybe you're thinking like, oh, I'm on the edge. I just want to dabble it. I want a game that matters, though, right? I get it. 82 games in regular season. You might not be that into it. Well, tonight matters. As I said, I am not speaking in hyperbole. This is the most important Pelicans game since the playoffs a couple of years ago. We talked about it earlier. The Grizzlies had an 18-point lead on the Magic at home. They blow it. They lose that game. That's a 30-35 Magic team. So that's massive for the Pelicans. What that means now, they're 3.5 back going into tonight. A win puts them 3 games back. It's doubly important because they are currently tied with the team they are playing tonight. Both the Pelicans and the Sacramento Kings are tied for the 9th seed. So a win puts you 3 back from the Grizzlies, and you have a far easier schedule from them down the stretch. You even play the Grizzlies twice, and it puts you 1 up on this Kings team. And so, like, if Alvin Gentry wants to remain the head coach of this Pelicans team, nights like tonight are must-wins. And I want to see how this team's matured. How can they handle the pressure? Can they keep J.J. Redick's playoff streak alive? He's not going to be there, so Drew Holiday's had to step up in his absence in a leadership role. Can Drew keep balling? Can Lonzo keep balling? Like I said, they're 2 of 4 players in the month of March averaging 27 and 7. Can Zion? This is Zion's first big game. Think about it. Not in his whole life. He's played in plenty of championships growing up, college. But the Pelicans have not.
Lakers games?
No, man, screw that. The Pelicans have not had a game that had as much functional importance.
Talk about a meaningful big basketball game.
I'm talking about
this for him.
This is a quasi playoff game.
Yeah.
And it's going to be on the road in a hostile environment. I know that Zion is a massive competitor. Can he rise to the occasion? Can he raise his level of play? Brandon Ingram, you're the all-star. Can you show up and get the job done? And the thing is, you need to start to be the team the stats say you are. And I don't think this reflects too good on Alvin Gentry here, Jordy. I was shocked. I'm looking up numbers. I wanted to do a little numbers comparison. Right now, the Pelicans are 4th. These are league rankings, okay? This is the entire NBA, not their division, not their conference. They're 4th in the NBA in scoring per game. They're 4th in the NBA in rebounds per game. They're 2nd in assists per game. They're 3rd in threes made, and they're 3rd in three-point percentage. They've played the best Western Conference schedule out of anybody, and yet they have the best net rating out of any of these teams vying for the A seed. On the other hand, the Kings are 23rd in points per game, 27th in rebounds per game, and 22nd in assists. Now, the Kings are a little better defensively. They give up 7 less points. But to me, it's like, how can the Pelicans be ranked there and then have the record that they do? And
Did you know the answer to that question?
Well, it looks like, that reflects poorly on coaching. Like I said.
That is a direct stat aimed at coaching. When you've got production like that, or where are they defensively?
They're not very good defensively.
Right.
But they're not, they're like, I think they're 27th in points per game. But as I said, the Kings, who have the same record, are, I think, 17th.
So you got Sean Payton's Saints.
Yeah.
Go find a defensive coordinator and get this team into the playoffs. That is all on coaching, man.
Well, and it's weird because I don't even know that it's like, because the defense has been better as of late, but it's what we talked about last week. They've missing a ton of free throws this year. I don't know why, but especially the team's just bad in crunch time. And that's where I think it ultimately reflects on coaching, because they've just been bad. When the game is under 5 minutes, within 5 points, like the Pelicans, they'll play so well up to that point, and they fall apart in those last few possessions.
I don't watch a lot of NBA, but when I watch NBA with good coached teams, well-coached teams, they're always good at the end, whether it be at the end of halves or the end of games.
Yeah.
In between then, they run around, they figure it out on the fly, right? They kind of figure it out on themselves. There's not a lot of sets. There's not a lot of offensive half breakdowns. And to Gentry's credit,
they've been really good in the in-between.
But when you get to a crunch time set, when you get to a point in the game where you got to have something, you need a bucket, you got to draw something up. You got to run a set. There's got to be a play run for somebody, whether it's Drew Holiday, Zion Williamson. Somebody's got to get a clean look at a shot late in the game to win it. And for whatever reason, the more you watch the Pels, the further away they do that stuff, man.
It's weird. They just go into ISO ball at the end of the game. I don't know. Nobody understands it really. Now it works out sometimes, like against the Heat. Even though Brandon Ingram wasn't having a good game, he managed to make it work. But the vast majority, I don't get it either. And And so that's why nights like tonight are important to show that you have matured, you have grown, you have learned. And like I said, man, you win tonight, looking pretty damn good to make that A seed. You lose tonight, and the complete opposite is true.
9:30 tip-off. Is it TNT?
Sacramento. I'm not sure. It's going to be packed, though. It's going to be a full house. Sacramento hadn't made the playoffs since 2006. That's the longest drought in the NBA. I mean, think about it. In a league where over 50% of the teams make the playoffs, they haven't made it in 14 years. So they're going to be out there. They're going to be loud. They're going to be crazy. Pelicans got to get it done.